Hello everyone, I'm DragonGMC, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a world tour of the Boiscraft SMP. Hope you all enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Like the video if you enjoyed it. The first location on our list will be the Spawn Island area, which honestly isn't very populated, mostly because nobody lives here. There's a few stores here and there, like Ben's Truck and Treys Place, but other than that, it's not really that populated. The United Nations of Boiscraft does have a meeting room here, but since there's only two nations currently, the SIL and the SEB, it's not really used very often. Over here is Alex's store, which he's been working on, I think, a little bit, but he hasn't really done anything about it. Looks pretty cool, though. Over here was the facility where the Ender Dragon egg used to be stored. I think you have to break it. Yeah, it appears the opening mechanism is broken. There used to be a dragon head here, and this was heavily guarded by redstone mechanisms, but someone stole it a little bit ago. So, yeah. Other than that, this place is pretty sparse with basically nothing of use here. That's why nobody really comes over here. The second place we'll be visiting is Waterbed, which is early season probably one of the most populated areas of the server. Right here is the entrance to the XP farm that Dylan Ben made a while ago. It's basically just a spawner hooked up to a water system. It's not super complicated, but it works. I think it's used pretty heavily for a while. Alright, over here is this Zacs Base, which appears to be on fire. I'm gonna go fix that. Thankfully, fire spreads is not turned on for this world, so it's not really a massive problem. This is a little forest me and Ben made because we were bored. It's basically just cuts through this entire little plains area. And now in the distance we can see this massive tower of water and weird island on top. That was my starter base very early season. It basically hasn't been used since, but it was a pretty fun experiment just for no reason. Also, the view from this porch is incredible. Over here, this is Ben's starter base, called the Guardian, because it kind of has like a guardian-like appearance, a little eye. This was the Boiscraft Trader, also called Trader Joe's. Has a bunch of nice villagers. This house over here used to be Jake's house, but now it's basically nobody's, because nobody goes here. This is the Waterbed announcement board, which nobody uses. Ben has a little storefront here. There's the massive tower of hay bales, and yes, this is not hollow. This is a line of Dylan's gravestones from all the times he's died this season. We did the math, and about 40% of these are me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I killed Dylan a lot. This is Dylan's starter base. This appears to be kind of disassembled. There's nothing here anymore. It's Dylan's first wooden pickaxe, I think. Map of Waterbed. Over here is Dylan's massive castle, which he constructed about a month ago. More impressive is this 4x4 redstone piston door, which is pretty difficult to achieve in Bedrock, I'd say. So, it's pretty cool. Up here is Dylan's main hall, which is really cool, nice glass chandelier. Amethyst carpet, with piece stolen, and also Dylan's storage. Up there somewhere, he has his bedroom. Yeah, this is a really cool... Is this like a dripstone trap? This totally is a dripstone trap. Holy moly. That's really deep. Why would... Okay, that's really weird. And over here, this is some little stores in Waterbed. There was a attempted shopping business here that never really worked out, I don't think. Treys, Essentials. I'm not sure if he's actually made any sales here. I'm assuming not. Actually, he does have fireworks. It might be useful. And that's a lot of wool. Wow. He also has Treys Slovakians. Yeah, I'm gonna nope out of there before I get canceled. This is Steampunk Landing, an area where a few people have lived over the season, but it's still kind of active. This right here is Peyton's island for a little while. I'm not sure if he actually lives here anymore, but it's like a nice little build actually. Kind of like a skyblock. This is a little arena where people would just duel for no apparent reason. Back earlier season when nobody cared if you died. Somebody appeared to have replaced this trunk with stripped logs. That's really OCD. And wait, are these all stripped? Wait, just give me a sec. Sorry. Oh my goodness, there's so many stripped. That's really that is really annoying. Here is Fortunate Son's blimp he's making, which is actually going along quite nicely. He's got skeleton horses and a Confederate flag. But dude, I haven't seen skeleton horses this season, I don't think. That's actually really cool. And I forgot to mention the crash. This little hunk of stone was the crashed Razor Crest from Star Wars: The Mandalorian. I know MLGing off the roof with surrounding trees. I don't need to MLG, got electric. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, this was like a crashed engine. I think some fire in it for aesthetic, and I believe the reason you want to MLG is because it would mess up this water tunnel. Alec has a nice little humble abode, some okay storage. Nothing ridiculous, but it works. Nice little viewport, big map of area, surrounding area. Nice, that's actually a pretty good view. The next place we'll be visiting is the Southern Empire of Boiscraft, with Ben's massive mountain with Hyrule Castle on top with the Ukrainian flag, and Treys' weird tree tower that he hasn't fully dismantled. There's a village over here, and the server's biggest villager trading hall, actually. This is Andrew's base for a while, though he hasn't really been on much, so we kind of just ignore it. This is the headquarters for the Southern Empire of Boiscraft. I believe there used to be an iron farm here, but it didn't work, so he decided to replace it. The Southern Empire of Boiscraft Capitol Building. This is supposed to be a little meeting hall, I think. This is the Treys office. Forgot about that. I believe this is where they imprison the traitors. There appears to be nobody here. That they just left mysteriously, or there just hasn't been anyone here to oppose the government, I guess. Over here is Treys' main base, which he redid it recently, actually. It used to be like a weird jungle of wood, but now it's a really nice looking, like, bastion type thing. Got some cool aging copper effect. Purple really accents the copper well, I think. Got some trees, like old growth, kind of everywhere. It's a pretty cool vibe, actually. The vibe is real. There's a little fireplace for ambiance. And a bunch of country flags, I guess. This place is pretty packed, and there's a lot of cool stuff in it, actually. He's a conduit somewhere buried underground. It's got a cool bedroom. It's got a pretty nice elytra takeoff spot. We are now approaching Zacs Base, which is a cool, really nice deep slate bastion on top of a hill. He's done a lot of work on, and I think it looks spectacular. Just a great use of iron bars and the environment perfectly perched on top. Pretty sure it hasn't been online in a while, but this place just looks really cool. It's got a cool storage area and another Confederate flag. Why there's so many of those? Pretty long drop. The cool pathway that goes down, lava farm, obsidian farm thing. This is pretty cool, actually. Goes down here, there's like an aquifer. This is pretty cool. I bet if you go down here, the view is pretty cool. So that's Zacs Base. Oh, and how could I forget? The most important part of Zacs Base environment, the infamous Yosbok Among Us statue that me, Dylan, and Ben created on a whim randomly. Back before we had Elytra, and we just had a ridiculous amount of netherrack. This is pretty fun to make, actually. I don't have any videos of it, because we weren't recording at the time. I remember it was quite the hoot when we first made it. Alright, the next step of our journey is the province/city-state of Borderlands, which is a little city project I decided to do a while back. And a lot of people moved in. It was really fun for a while, but then everybody moved out, and now it's just a eerie ghost town. But everything's perfectly preserved. For example, Peyton had a house in the mountain. Trey had a house over there. Marcos has a tower. My actual house. Jake's house is over here. Actually, my second starter base was behind this portal. There is like a little nice bunker. I had pretty much everything I ever needed. Cool nether diorama. Used to be chests here. Farm, some sugar cane, and bedroom. So nice view. This entire mountain's actually just a massive cliffside, so it's a really cool like ocean panoramic. There's also his Peyton's observatory he's gonna make, but he never really finished it. And Ben was gonna make a tower, but he also never did that. I just love how good this place looks at night. I just really think it has an amazing city vibe, really. Just really have a really cool environment. I think it really feels good, especially just walking around the paths and stuff. Even just walking around, you can just get a sense like it feels lived in, you know? Even if there's literally nobody living here. Just really cool just to see everything. Well, this used to be Dave's house, actually. He had this nice little house I made for him. Path goes down here. On this little shop section I was going to make was actually be stores. I never got around to it. Also a nice little spot, chat with friends. They were online, just wanted to hang out. Really cool farming system over here, which is a nice little farmhouse built in the wall. Also a mine with a crane. There's actually a massive cave system down here. Not gonna explore the entire thing. Just gonna give a quick tour. It's quite extensive when I've almost mapped the entire thing. Also a massive area underground. It's pretty cool just to fly around these caves. I almost forgot to show you guys the inside of Jake's house. He recently added some deep slate, and I think it really helped bring this place together. It's got some very overgrown glowberry stuff. He's got a fork. This is where we used to sacrifice Peyton in holy fire. Also down here is a little slime ball drop, which is pretty fun to go off of. The next place on our little itinerary is Treys Mob Farm, which is incredibly loud unless you turn it off. But yeah, this thing was originally going to be a creeper farm for fireworks, but we decided to make a general mob farm because it's more efficient that way. It hasn't been on much because it's barely inside of any rendered chunks. People actually going besides AFKing here. So yeah, holy moly! And the last spot we're visiting is my personal island, which I've just been doing a bunch of miscellaneous projects on in the past few months. First project was my house, which was pretty fun to make actually. I did a nice little calcite with deep slate and spruce wood palette. It's a great interior with some nice little cabinetry, a table, some pillars, fridge that doesn't actually hold anything, you know, some food, just random things. Anvil, spot for my tools if I ever have extra. Up here is a fireplace and my super smelter, which isn't ridiculous, but it works. Over to the left is another ladder where my bedroom is, with a nice fancy little bed, some pillows, and downstairs is my little mini storage area with some fancy little doodads outside, including this nice wheat farm, some sugarcane, some artificial waterfalls. Over here, this has a little platform to store my crops and just any rewards from farming. Some streams over here and some pumpkins. It's actually a waterfall where we can go up to the Azalea Island and check it out. It's a nice little pond and some trees and some thick overgrowth. And there's just a jungle tree, which I believe we can parkour onto. And then from here, we can check out these other islands. This one's a spruce island, which isn't completely disconnected, and this little jungle island with some bee stuff over here. I began working on the storage facility over here because I thought I wouldn't have enough space. my other one, and this is definitely a work in progress, but I think it'll be pretty cool once it's done. Over here is a Snowman Farm, which is pretty simple to set up, but I just thought I'd make a little snowy area to kind of fit the aesthetic, and just kind of make it cool. This little tunnel you see slash ring is going to go around the entirety of the seawall, and have some natural trees and stuff on it. I'm also intending to light up the entire ocean inside my walls with sea lanterns, which should be a pretty cool aesthetic once it's done.